Happy New Year, LTU fans, and thanks for tuning once again into the LTU Sports Report. Our show is presented by Lawrence Technological University and sponsored by Henry Ford Sports Medicine. I'm your host, Dylan Morello, and we are excited to be back this year talking about Blue Devil athletics. So as of right now, however, the sports at LTU are currently postponed until the end of January, but we still have you covered. This week, we are focusing solely on the women's basketball team. So let's check out their highlights and practice report from earlier in the season.
Perfect.
2020 has been pretty heavy. Bringing all these new faces in, we knew we really had to establish a positive and healthy culture. And that culture comes with high expectations and high standards, but at the same time, a lot of love. And if we've learned anything in 2020, it's about that. So for us as a staff, it's been about creating an atmosphere where it's high expectations, but at the end of the day, we're loving them, we're taking care of them off the court, and most often that transfers on court and mistakes become okay in an environment like that. And we're growing. It's been a special 3 weeks of practice.
The biggest thing this year is just focusing on growth. We have a lot of freshmen and a lot of new people just trying to learn our system and what we do. So the biggest thing is to come in each day and just get 1% better. We really preach that, and the biggest thing is to be better than we are the day before.
A big focus of ours this year is just to trust the process. I know we have a lot of young players. We have 7 freshmen coming in. So just kind of trusting the process, trusting the grind, trusting each other. It's a new, different team than it is last year.
I think the overall goal is to just win more games than we have losses. We want to get back to nationals last year because we didn't get to play that game. So just be bought in and be ready to go each game and each time we step on the court.
It's important to have fun in practice. We have so many practices throughout the year and we all enjoy basketball, so we want to have fun. But the important thing is to be focused when we're supposed to be focused and lock in. Our practices are super competitive and we get after each other, but it just makes us better in the long run.
The important thing at the end of the day is that we're having fun and we have passion behind what we're doing. We need purpose to be able to really reach our ceiling and even go beyond that. And I think practice is high expectations, high standards, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna, joke with each other and keep it light. But at the same time, when it's time to work, it's time to work.
Basketball is back at Lawrence Tech as the Lawrence Tech women's basketball team opens up their season versus the Storm of Rio Grande. Last season, the Blue Devils made it all the way to the NAIA tournament, but the pandemic shut things down. This year, LTU is looking to get another shot at a national title. Can they start their season off with a win? Starting in the first quarter, here's junior Kendall Fisher, who drives down the lane and kicks it out to sophomore Gabby Gaw, the first points of the game. The score is 12-11 Blue Devils at the end of the first. Moving along into the second quarter, score is 15-11 in favor of the Blue Devils, and here's the Wadsworth, Ohio native Kylie Beatty, who drills it from downtown. The Blue Devils take an early 7-point lead in the second quarter. The Blue Devils will then go on to carry a 32-22 lead into the half. Jumping into the fourth quarter, score is 54-52 in favor of Rio Grande, and it will be the senior Taryn Klein who drives through the traffic and finishes at the rim. Game now tied at 54. Later on in the fourth, the Storm have stormed back to hold a 56-53 lead over LTU, but here is Fisher dashing down the lane for the and one play. Fisher would go on to make the free throw to tie the game. Lawrence Tech would go on then to win a thriller 76-66.
We just have a group that's ready to learn and ready to adapt. We have a lot of freshmen this year, and they're just bought in and ready to play and ready to, buy into the rest of the season and get the dubs.
We really focus on executing our game plans. So we do our scout, we watch film. We really want to lock into how we can play our best basketball and defend the opposing team. And the reason we played so well tonight is because we all bought into the game plan and executed it.
The biggest thing that I took away from this game is that we're young, but we bought into a game plan, game one, really well. We knew what they wanted to do based on last year, and again, we have a bunch of freshmen and 6 upperclassmen, and for them to buy into that game plan like that, it's been really special.
We're going to take a short break, but first let's hear from our sponsors over at Henry Ford Sports Medicine. And don't go anywhere because we'll have more women's basketball when we get back.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for sticking around. Now let's get back to more women's basketball.
The Lawrence Tech women's basketball team traveled down to Fort Wayne, Indiana to take on the Cougars of St. Francis inside Hutzel Athletic Center. The Blue Devils won a hard-fought battle against Rio Grande for their season opener. Can they win their first game on the road? Starting in the first quarter, here's the sophomore Julia Huey, who drains a bucket from downtown to tie the game early at 5. Lawrence Tech would find themselves down 22-20 at the end of the first. Moving along to the second, it's junior Kendall Fisher who brings the ball up, finds her sweet spot, and nails the three-pointer, giving Lawrence Tech the lead early in the second quarter. Lawrence Tech would find themselves down 11 at the break. Coming back from break, LTU has gone cold from the field. However, here's senior Taryn Klein with a strong drive and finish in the lane to stop the bleeding. LTU down 12 going into the fourth. Jumping midway through the fourth, turnovers have hurt the Blue Devils, but sophomore Gabby Go makes an easy bunny of the feed from Fisher to close the gap. Lawrence Tech would go on to drop this one 73-53.
We were really aggressive. We had to kind of watch out how aggressive we were because of how the game was being called, but if we bring that intensity every single game, we're most likely going to win more games than losses.
I thought we came out with a lot of heart and a lot of passion, and although, we didn't come out with the win, I thought it was a huge learning experience for us. We didn't get the win, but there was a lot of good things we did and a lot of things that we can learn from.
We did a great job. I was really happy with the game plan we put together. Saturday was kind of an experienced team against an inexperienced team, and it showed. You need to play against those good teams to get battle tested, and right now we're in the thick of that. We're growing by the day. We're buying into the system, to this team, to the vision. I was really proud of the fact that we continued to fight till the buzzer.
The Lawrence Tech women's basketball team is back on the road to take on the Foresters of Huntington. This young Blue Devils team has shown to be very relentless with everyone buying into the system. Can LTU get their first road win of the season? Starting in the first, LTU looking to strike first, and it would be the three-point specialist, Julia Huey, who knocks one down from behind the arc for the first points of the game. LTU up 14-13 at the end of the first. Moving along to the second, here's freshman Gracie Mitchell, who finishes the fast break at the rim to extend the Blue Devils' lead to 3. LTU leads 24-23 at the break. Coming back from the break, jumping to the end of the third quarter, here's senior Emily Langoff, who drives through traffic and finishes at the rim. The Blue Devils take a 4-point lead into the fourth. Unfortunately, the fourth quarter would not serve the Blue Devils well, as they would go ice cold from the field, but junior guard Kendall Fisher would hit a three from way downtown to close the gap. However, Lawrence Tech would run out of time and drop this one 64-50.
We're
We're back inside the Don Riddler Fieldhouse as the Lawrence Tech women's basketball team faces the storm of Trine University. The start of the season has been anything but easy for the Blue Devils as they look to snap a 2-game skid. Can the Blue Devils protect their home court? Let's find out. Starting in the first, it would be the freshman Sierra Harris who drives hard down the lane and finishes between the 2 defenders for 2 points. LTU would trail 11-14 at the end of the first. Moving along to the second, here's the Ohio native Jade Ferris with a nice step through and finish for 2 points. The Blue Devils would trail at the break 25-24. Coming back from the break, the senior Taryn Klein finds sophomore Gabby Go after a nice cut to the basket. LTU would trail by 23 going into the fourth. And jumping ahead to the fourth quarter, here's Klein running the floor and she hits the long 2. Lawrence Tech would go on to drop this one 43-66 as the final.
Welcome into Blue Devils In Depth. I'm Jason Ross Jr., joined today by LTU senior guard on the women's basketball team, Taryn Klein. Currently in this little pause right now before you guys start practicing again, like we were just talking about off camera there. Your head coach, Grace Howrigan, told me that during the summer when we were in a bit of a similar situation like this where the players couldn't actually get together to work out, you were one of the leaders when it came to organizing those workouts, those socially distanced workouts. Why was that important for you during that period?
We didn't get any of the summer together. And in the past, we've had camps, open gyms, just time to meet each other, play together, meet the freshmen, spend some time with them. So we had to do anything we could to make something work. So part of that was the socially distanced workouts. We did a lot of Zoom workouts and Zoom team building. And that was just a way for us to, as best as we could, find a way to have some time together before we went to campus.
You played 4 games so far, so it's a little bit different. What do the text messages, what do the phone calls on Zoom look like at the moment?
It's just all about remaining positive and having a positive outlook on what's going to happen.
How has your game had to evolve from year 1 to year 4?
My role freshman year was just to come in and play hard, play good defense, but just do those little things in order for us to be successful. And as I've come into my senior year, my role has definitely switched to, we need you to score,
We've already touched on your mentality off the floor, and as a senior now, that leadership component becomes very important. Where have you taken the responsibility as a leader with a lot of new faces on this team this year to really try to take that role and take pride in it?
We're in a unique circumstance where we have 7 freshmen and I think 10 underclassmen total and only 3 upperclassmen. So it's a lot of new people. And luckily, I was a captain last year as well, so I had experience in this role last year and this year, and that's just helped me a lot.
You and your fellow senior Emily Landgoff have developed a wonderful friendship over the years. What do you love most about that friendship?
Emily and I's relationship has been amazing, but it's so crazy to see how far we've come since then and what we were like freshman year compared to what we are like now. And how much we've just grown. Like, we feel like such adults now. I've just always had that competitive nature that I think that's gotten me to this point, but definitely a lot of help and inspiration from my dad for sure.
Love that. And Taryn, I'll end on one question here. What has you most excited about coming back to school and getting back onto the floor with your girls?
Just the opportunity to compete together. I love every night we have a game and going out, every night or day, we have a game and going out and competing. That first minute before the game when you line up for the national anthem and then you huddle and you're out on the court ready to play, it's just like a little adrenaline rush, and I miss that. I miss being prepared for a game and going out and just competing. So I'm definitely looking forward just to being back with everyone. It's like my second family, and I'm definitely missing that right now.
Well, Taryn, you just gave me chills running through the pregame routine there. I can't wait to have it back as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. Always appreciate your time. Can't wait to watch you guys back in Southfield. And thank you to all of you for watching Blue Devils In Depth this week.
Thank you very much.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Now make sure to check us out on social media at LTU Athletics for daily updates on your favorite LTU teams. And we'll keep you posted as soon as games start right back up at the end of the month. I'm your host, Dylan Morello. Hope your new year is off to a great start. I'll see you next time right here on the LTU Sports Report.